Making moves, we don't play. Stacking vision every day. Mikki J, she lead the way. From the grind to the getaway.
Hey y'all, welcome to Making Moves with Mikki J, where bold moves, big dreams, and real results collide. I'm Mikki J, your host, coach, agent, and clarity partner. And I'm here to help you move like you're somebody, straight into the life that you deserve, the legacy you deserve, and the mindset that you were born to have. Now sit back, relax, and let's get started. Did you know that money doesn't start in your wallet? It starts in your mind. If your mind isn't right, your money won't be right. And not that people who aren't well in the head don't have money. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that your mindset sets the tone for the life that you live. And if you feel that you're worthless, you can't hold on to money. If you feel that you're not worthy, you can't bring it to you. You can't manifest the money that you're looking for. You can't bring about the change in your life that you're looking for without the proper mindset. So let's get started with how we go about fixing our mindset. But first of all, we need to discuss what is the mindset that a lot of people have that holds them back. And that's the scarcity mindset. The scarcity mindset says, I can't afford that. I can't do this. I can't have that. I'm not that. I'm not good at this. That's a scarcity mindset. But an abundance mindset, that mindset says, I am worthy. I can have that. How can I afford that? How can I do that? If it's not current, how can I? You may not want to lie to yourself and say, I got $1 million. No, but how can I get $1 million? If you start by thinking, how can I? Your brain starts to try to solve the equation. So, first step in having the proper mindset is discerning what mindset do you have. If you find yourself putting barriers in place and in front of you, saying that you can't, you're not good at, that's not the type of person you are, all of these things, I'm an introvert, I can't talk in front of people, all of those things are just mindset blocks. And they're rooted in fear. And I say that because the fear mindset is not one of how do I, how can I? The fear mindset is I can't, right? I'm defeated. I'm unable. I'm inept. And when that is your mindset, when you often find that you are putting those barriers in front of yourself and no one else may not, they probably pick up on it too because they hear you saying you can't all the time, but they know you able-bodied, got 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 eyes, and a mouth. Like you can do the same thing everybody else can do, but you put these barriers in place because of things that have happened in your past. Now, the past, it is a teacher, but it's just it just shows you the things that you've done. And now, whether you were successful at the things that you've done in your past, it really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you have been successful or if you quote unquote failed, right? Because if you fail, all that means is that you needed to get up and try again. because that's the process. The process to doing anything the first time is to do it likely wrong the first time. Because if you don't have anybody showing you how to do it and you just winging it, it's not gonna come out right. If you making a cake and nobody gave you ingredients and you just know it's sweet, you may put sugar in there, but you may not put any yeast. So there are certain things that you need, certain ingredients that you need in life. And one of them is a positive mindset, an abundance mindset. And it helps you to relegate the fear that comes about. Now, fear isn't all bad. Fear has a purpose. Fear tells us that something could be wrong. So what are we supposed to do? Well, if something could be wrong, that doesn't mean that you go the other way. It doesn't mean that you stop completely. It means that you consider what's in front of you. It means that you sit and you think strategically about how to respond to what you are afraid of, right? One actionable way to get past your fears is to think about what is the worst that could happen. And then once you have that, then you say, well, what would I do in this worst case scenario? What would be my action plan? Right? Once you come up with that action plan, that's what you do when it happens. And then you stop thinking about it. You stop thinking about the fear. You stop making it make you stop. You've got a plan. The plan says do this when that happens. So why would you stop? Even if you have a setback, it doesn't mean stop. It just means you have to keep going. Find another route. Because sometimes we're going down a path, right? We're using a vehicle to get somewhere, going down a path that isn't right for us. We're using the wrong method, or the method that we're using is fine, but we don't have a clear picture of where we're going. We don't even know why we're going where we're going. We just have some sort of thought process that says, I want $1 million. What are you going to do with the $1 million when you get it? I'm going to buy this and buy that and buy this and buy that. And then why do you want this, that, and that? What are those things going to afford you? Freedom? Then that's what you really want. Time with family? That's what you really want. Right? Look for the thing you really want and what you really want out of this life that you're living. And then know that you're worthy of having it. That's one of the main downfalls of people who are seeking to acquire something. They don't feel worthy. They don't feel like they're supposed to have it. Matter of fact, they feel like the people who have it is something wrong with it. They feel like people with money are evil. So why you want money? You're not going to get none because you think it's evil. If you have a certain mindset about the thing that you say you desire, and that mindset is contrary to your acquisition of it, you're never going to get it. You cannot play a game with life that says, poor me, woe is me, now give to me. Because poor me, woe is me gets more of the same. Thoughts and mind produce after their kind. So if you believe that you're worthy if you believe you're entitled to have the thing that you feel you desire, whether that's a house, a business, a baby, a marriage, whatever it is, you have to feel like you're entitled to have it. You have to feel so entitled that you about to have it as soon as it happens. You don't know when, but it's like it's coming. It's like the mail. The mail's gonna come. It may not come at 8 in the morning, but at some point today, the mail's gonna come. And if it doesn't come today, it's gonna come tomorrow. And if it doesn't come tomorrow, it'll come the day after that. But ain't nobody stressing it unless you're waiting on a check. So the sun will rise again. Once the sun sets, the sun will rise again. You have to know that it's gonna happen just like the sun rises and sets, without doubt, without a wavering doubt. And doubt just says, I don't believe that I'm worthy. I don't believe that I'm entitled and that it's on the way and that I already have it and own it. I just don't have it in my hand at the moment. Right? Money in your bank account. You don't have it in your hand at the moment, but you got it. So walk around like that. And when you get there and you can have an abundance mindset and you can release the fear by coming up with a plan of action to respond to said fear and keep moving despite being afraid. It doesn't mean being afraid doesn't mean you need to stop. Being afraid means you need to be cautious. Means you need to count the cost. Means you need to be vigilant. But it doesn't mean stop. So beyond everything that I'm saying to you right now, I need you to understand that your mindset is what controls what you have. Where you see lack, there is lack in your mind. Where you see discord, where you see disarray, where you see mess and chaos in your life, that's where mess and chaos is in your mind. How your mind goes, so does you. Thoughts and mind produce after their kind. And if you don't like the things you see in your life, rethink that thing. That's it. Because you are the keeper. You are the person that produces the things in your life that you see around you by the mindset that you have, the overarching thought process that connects to your heart, the thoughts in your mind that produce an emotion. So the thoughts in your mind that make you feel fearful, the thoughts in your mind that make you feel joy, the thoughts in your mind that make you feel abundant, the thoughts in your mind that make you feel unstoppable. Those thoughts in your mind are what are producing your reality. So if you want a different reality, you need to change the way you think. You need to change your mindset. And that is done incrementally. You can use affirmations. Affirmations are good. They help us to reinforce the things that we should already be thinking about ourselves. Which brings me to the next thing, which is negative self-talk. Negative self-talk will do more harm than people really give it credit. Because if you're supposed to be having an abundant mindset, but you're telling yourself you're stupid inside your head, you're telling yourself you broke. Every time somebody brings up something that they want to go to brunch or something, I'm broke. That's negative self-talk. You can't say you're broke. You can't say that, because then you'll be broke. You need to say, if somebody invites you to brunch and you don't currently have the funds in your account to cover the brunch, then you say, I'm just gonna forego brunch today, but if you'd like to come over to the house, or we could go to the park, find something else to do, but don't speak on your financial situation as though you are broke, as though that you don't have and that you have such lack. Now somebody asks you to borrow $50 and you only got 20. Just tell them, no, I can't give you that today, but I can give you $5. We don't have to speak on where the lack is. We just speak on what we can and cannot do. Address the topic at hand instead of telling everybody this fictitious version of your life where you're some pauper or some victim of life that can't make it. And it's just that simple. Your mouth is powerful. The tongue can cut like a sword, and you can commit verbal suicide to your whole life just by the words that you say to yourself. So eradicate the negative self-talk and bring in as many positive affirmations that you can. And always think about things from the perspective of how can I, instead of focusing on your lack and limitations. Because that lack and that limitation is only put there by you. So if you believe that, then it's true. Because your mindset is what governs the life you lead. So I want to leave you with this thought. And I know that it's many people out there that can benefit from just saying some positive affirmations and just looking at life from a more positive and abundant mindset. But one thing to note is, before you can have the keys to the kingdom, you must believe you are worthy of that kingdom. This is Mikki J signing off. Have a wonderful day. This is Mikki J signing off. Now go move like you're somebody.